So if you're new joining us, I have put a couple of mantras in the chat box, and we've been making a bit of a habit of starting with the mantras because they are an easy, lazy way to increase our merit. And these are wonderful to be very familiar with so that you do them every morning, blessing your mala and the mantra to increase the power of recitation. And these are from Lama Zopa Rinpoche's booklet that has a practice that he has compiled from different prayers and mantras about how to transform our suffering life into a meaningful, happy life. And it's something he wants all of his students to do. So if you're not familiar with that, that's in the materials section on the webpage under the materials link. And to let you know too, what we're doing, after we've done our malas, I'll start the meditation, and I will start to screen share a picture of Vajrasattva and the booklet which has the mantra in it. So if you're not familiar with those, they'll be available on the screen for you. Okay. So if you have your mala, we'll go ahead and bless it. If you don't, that's okay. I'll keep track of the number of mantras. So just make yourself comfortable. And we say this 7 times. Om RUTSIRA Mani Prawartaya Hum. 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 And then you blow on your mala and rub it between your hands. And then we increase the power of our recitation. And we say this mantra 7 times as well. Tayata Om Dare Dare Bendare Swaha. 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 I just noticed I had a little typo and I put on instead of Om in that mantra, so please forgive me for that. All right. So now just make sure that you have a very comfortable and stable seated position for your meditation. It is okay to even lie down if you are having back problems. That's also a valid meditation posture, but in the evening, very easy to fall asleep. You want to make sure that your back is nice and straight without being sort of stiff and forced. And this helps keep your breathing nice and clear, the energy channels clear. And just start to connect with the present by noticing all of the places where your body is connecting with the floor, with your cushion or with your chair. And notice any other sensations in the body. Just pay attention to what's happening. It doesn't need to be labeled, but you just notice if it's some tingling or some shooting or whatever it might be. You're just paying attention to it. That's it. And let's take 3 nice deep breaths. Help us relax. And then let your breathing return to normal. Always important to start our practices with a bodhicitta motivation. So not only are we doing this purification practice to help clean up our mess, clean up our past karma from our mistakes caused by our delusions and ignorance, but also by changing our habits so that we have a more positive mind and more positive actions. We're working on our way along the path to develop our perfect wisdom and compassion, to really tap into and uncover our natural Buddha nature that all sentient beings have, so that we can develop this mind of enlightenment, so that we have the qualities and the skills that we need in order to be truly of benefit to all sentient beings who have been our mothers in our past lives. And as long as they are in this suffering samsaric world, are subject to suffering. And we have this big, huge open heart that not only do we not want anyone to suffer, any sentient being, without leaving a single one out, but we want them to find the ultimate happiness of enlightenment as well. And so we think now to any mistakes that we have made. It's good to start with just today, the things that we can really clearly remember and be very specific. And the three doors that we look at are the body, the speech, and the mind. And even if we're having a little trouble thinking of something that we've done today, we can be sure that we have at times been selfish and thought that I am more important than others, because we have this very strong self-cherishing I that we've had since beginningless time. So it's a pretty good bet. And we regret any negative actions, any negative thoughts that we might have had today, just simply because we know that they will cause us suffering in the future, because the karmic effects are definite. Negative actions lead to suffering. And because we may have harmed others, which again creates the causes for them to harm us in the future, and just perpetuates this negative cycle of suffering. And then if we can, go back farther. You may have some actions that have popped up that you thought you were over, but still cause you to feel bad, have some regret, maybe unhealthy guilt. So if there are any actions from your past, include those. And we also want to have a general regret for anything from any past life that we may have done that helped create a habit of ignorance, of negative mind and negative actions. and created negative seeds of karma that we will experience suffering. We've had countless eons of lives, so we've surely done every bad thing there is. So we want to regret it all so that we can purify it all. It's a very positive thing to do. And then we rely on the expert in order to help us. Our Guru Buddha Vajrasattva, who has perfected the mind of enlightenment, gives us this remedy. And we rely on the Guru Buddha to help us to purify those actions. And so visualize Vajrasattva above the crown of your head. And if you are struggling to hold the visualization, just try and get an idea of bright white light, because Vajrasattva's body is this white light body, not heavy flesh and bone like our samsaric body. And that light is imbued with perfect wisdom and compassion. Vajrasattva sitting in meditation posture on a white lotus, holding Vajra and bell. If you have the initiation, you can visualize with consort. If not, then visualize solitary figure. He has beautiful black hair and a sweet, loving face. Everything about him is forgiving, gentle, and loving. And he is inseparable from our Guru, always here to benefit us, to teach us the path, to help us. And so we say refuge 3 times. To the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, I go for refuge until I am enlightened. By this practice of meditating on Guru Vajrasattva, may I reach Buddhahood so as to benefit all sentient beings. To the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, I go for refuge until I am enlightened. By this practice of meditating on Guru Vajrasattva, may I reach Buddhahood so as to benefit all sentient beings. To the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, I go for refuge until I am enlightened. By this practice of meditating on Guru Vajrasattva, may I reach Buddhahood so as to benefit all sentient beings. And so with this strong, compassionate wish that we don't want anyone to suffer, our happiness is completely interdependent with the happiness of other sentient beings. Our well-being of body and mind completely depends on our cooperation and the happiness of others. Then we regret any past actions we've done that have harmed them. We feel great compassion for any suffering that they feel. And with that motivation, Vajrasattva is so pleased, is here to help us purify. And we begin with any negative actions of the body. Vajrasattva sends down a powerful beam of white nectar, blissful, filling your body. And your negative actions of body in the form of an inky liquid are pushed out the bottom, and as they exit the body are completely dissipated. It just disappears into the air as if it was never there. As we say the mantra 7 times. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denu Patita Dido Me Bhawa Sutoshaya Me Bhawa Suposhaya Me Bhawa Anudakti Me Bhawa Sarva Siddhi Me Paryatsa Sarva Karma Sutta Me Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarva Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dita Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anuraktu Mebawa Sarva Siddhi Membaryatsa Sarva Karma Sutsame Sitam Shriyam Kurahum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarva Tata Gata Vajra Mame Mutsa Vajra Baha Maha Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dido Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anuraktu Mebawa Sarva Siddhi Membaryatsa Sarva Karma Sutsame Sitam Shriyam Kurahum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarva Tata Gata Vajra Mame Mutsa Vajra Baha Maha Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dido Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anuraktu Mebawa Sarva Siddhi Membaryatsa Sarva Karma Sutsame Sitam Shriyam Kurahum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarva Tata Gata Vajra Mame Mutsa Vajra Baha Maha Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dida Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anuraktu Mebawa Sarva Siddhi Membaryatsa Sarva Karma Sutsame Sitam Shriyam Kurahum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarva Tata Gata Vajra Mame Mutsa Vajra Baha Maha Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dida Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anuraktu Mebawa Sarva Siddhi Membaryatsa Sarva Karma Sutsame Sitam Shriyam Kurahum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarva Tata Gata Vajra Mame Mutsa Vajra Baha Maha Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dida Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anuraktu Mebawa Sarva Siddhi Membaryatsa Sarva Karma Sutsame Sitam Shriyam Kurahum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarva Tata Gata Vajra Mame Mutsa Vajra Baha Maha Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe And feel so refreshed and light, knowing that all of your actions of your body are completely purified. And then we purify our actions, negative actions of speech, anything that we may have said that would harm or mislead others. Vajrasattva again sends down powerful white nectar, filling our body. This time, the black inky liquid that is our negative speech is pushed up and comes out the top, and again dissipates as if it was never there. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dida Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anuraktu Mebawa Sarva Siddhi Membaryatsa Sarva Karma Sutsame Sitam Shriyam Kurahum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarva Tata Gata Vajra Mame Mutsa Vajra Baha Maha Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dida Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anuraktu Mebawa Sarva Siddhi Membaryatsa Sarva Karma Sutsame Sitam Shriyam Kurahum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarva Tata Gata Vajra Mame Mutsa Vajra Baha Maha Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dida Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anuraktu Mebawa Sarva Siddhi Membaryatsa Sarva Karma Sutsame Sitam Shriyam Kurahum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarva Tata Gata Vajra Mame Mutsa Vajra Baha Maha Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dida Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anuraktu Mebawa Sarva Siddhi Membaryatsa Sarva Karma Sutsame Sitam Shriyam Kurahum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarva Tata Gata Vajra Mame Mutsa Vajra Baha Maha Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dito Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anurakti Mebawa Sarva Siddhi Memprayatsa Sarva Karma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarva Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabahamaha Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denupatita Dida Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anudakti Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Memprayatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuduhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabahamaha Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denupatita Dido Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anudakti Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Memprayatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuduhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Maha Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe. And again, your body is completely filled with blissful nectar, purifying all your negative karma of speech. Feeling fresh, light, completely letting go. And then Vajrasattva helps us to purify any negative actions of mind. Even if we've done a pretty good job of subduing our body and speech, our mind might be out of control, thinking negative thoughts, self-critical thoughts, criticizing others. And all of those negative thoughts are purified when Vajrasattva sends down a powerful beam of white light, entering the crown of your head and lighting up your entire body, like flipping on a light switch in a dark room. Instantly the light is there. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denupatita Dido Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anudakti Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Memprayatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuduhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denupatita Dido Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anudakti Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Memprayatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuduhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denupatita Dido Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anudakti Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Memprayatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuduhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denupatita Dido Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anudakti Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Memprayatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuduhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denupatita Dido Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anudakti Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Memprayatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuduhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denupatita Dido Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anudakti Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Memprayatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuduhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denu Patita Dido Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anadatu Mebawa Sarvasiti Membaryatsa Sarvakama Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kurahum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutta Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe. And now all of your actions, negative actions of mind, are completely purified. The light filling your body, blissful, relaxed. And finally, we purify any imprints of the negativity of any of our actions, like the smell of garlic after we have eaten it lingers. So even those very, very subtle imprints, Vajrasattva again sends down powerful light rays down through the crown of your head, the white light filling your body. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denu Patita Dido Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anadatu Mebawa Sarvasiti Membaryatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kurahum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutta Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denu Patita Dido Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anadakti Mebawa Sarvasiti Membaryatsa Sarvakama Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kurahum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutta Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denu Patita Dido Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anudakti Mebawa Sarvasiti Membaryatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kurahum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutta Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denu Patita Dido Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anudakti Mebawa Sarvasiti Membaryatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kurahum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutta Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denu Patita Dido Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anudakti Mebawa Sarvasiti Membaryatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kurahum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutta Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denu Patita Dido Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anadakti Mebawa Sarvasiti Membaryatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kurahum Ha Ha Ho Bhagavan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutta Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denu Patita Dido Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anadakti Mebawa Sarvasiti Membaryatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kurahum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutta Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe. All of your negativities, any of the imprints, all completely purified. And so now we hold a strong resolve not to repeat these habits. And so if you're working on a very specific habit, something that you've just done today or recently, set a specific time period. You won't repeat that. Could be 5 minutes, could be until the morning, or until tomorrow night when you purify again. However long you're confident you can keep it. And then if you do, you rejoice. And if you don't, you purify again. And we're just creating new habits. And for anything that you don't remember specifically, just have a general intention not to do any actions, negative actions of body, speech, and mind that might harm others and might harm yourself. And Guru Vajrasattva is so pleased with us. He wants to merge with us and dissolves into white light that enters the crown of our heads, fills our body, so that our body, speech, and mind are now one with Guru Vajrasattva's body, speech, and mind. So ourselves, the Buddha, and the Guru are all one. And thinking of emptiness, how the I is empty of inherent existence, the Guru Buddha is empty of any inherent existence, our actions and the resulting karma are all empty of inherent existence, as are all sentient beings. And all phenomenon. And then thinking, may all the virtuous karma I have created from doing this practice ripen as my enlightenment for the sake of sentient beings as quickly as possible. And we can recite these dedication prayers together. As a result of the 3 times merits of myself and others, may bodhicitta, from which the happiness of all sentient beings comes, be generated in the minds of self and other sentient beings without delay, even for 1 second. And that which has been generated, may it increase. As a result of the 3 times merits of myself and others, may emptiness be generated in the minds of self and other sentient beings without delay, even for 1 second. And that which has been generated, may it increase. As a result of the 3 times merits of myself and others, may I, who am empty from my own side, achieve Guru Shakyamuni Buddha's enlightenment, which is empty from its own side, and lead all sentient beings who are empty from their own side to that enlightenment which is empty from its own side as quickly as possible by myself alone. And we also dedicate to the long lives of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, to Lama Zopa Rinpoche, all of our precious teachers and gurus. May they have a long life, keep us close. May we be their disciples in all our future lifetimes until we all achieve enlightenment.